Any given season, one phase of a team might struggle, and right now that's been the defense. So offensively, do you feel that collectively the offense needs to do more, that you need to generate more points?
I mean, we're always thinking that. I think we left some points on the board last week. Settling field goals, only in the red zone twice, or around that. So, we had I overthrew Justin in the end zone. We score that. It's a different game right there, right? So that we're looking at things that we can control. We know we're going to make some plays defensively, and we just got to make sure that we're playing complementary ball. I mean, one of their touchdowns we had fumbled, or it was an interception. Right in scoring zone, right? So like that kind of stuff, it's hard for any defense, no matter if you're struggling or not. So we got to put them in better positions and play complementary ball out there.
Where are you at? Your numbers have been really good for the last few weeks. Like, where do you think your game is at and your comfort level with the offense?
It was good. I think I didn't play up to what I'm capable of last week. That's there's pros and cons of playing a team back to back, and it's certainly one of the pros is that if you play poor the first game, you have a second chance right off the next week. So I'm excited about that, and excited to be back home.
You told me that from a few years ago when Crum first got into the league that you follow all the MAC quarterbacks and see what they're doing, and I know you played against each other one time in college. What do you remember from the game other than you winning?
Yeah, so he's got me. I think that was our first time playing professionally, right?
Last game was. Yeah.
Last game was, right? So he got me that one. He didn't get me in college. I remember them being shootout games, though. A lot of points being scored. They always had a very explosive offense. They always gave, an SEC school like a run for their money every year just because of all the things they were doing. I believe their OC's now was in Colorado. At Colorado, he was the OC last year for them. So a very explosive offense. He's a very talented guy. Always had some speedy receivers and stuff like that. So I do remember him not running it as much against us, but he certainly did this past game. So happy for him, and obviously hoping for a win on Friday.
You talked to him at all, like before the game or after the game about
after the game, talked to him, talked about MACtion and stuff like that. So there's nothing but respect there.
He remembers, though, I talked to him about early in your career how you didn't want to rely on your legs. You knew you had them. You wanted to develop other parts of your game, and he sees some similarities there where he wants to show he can be a quarterback, not just a runner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in this league, running the ball just isn't, running it all the time isn't sustainable. I think you've seen a number of quarterbacks come into the league, and whether they've had success, in whatever league at whatever level, the ones that stick around are the ones who find a way to, be prolific in the passing game. And so I think both of us want to be around for a long time. I certainly do, and I think that comes with, being a pass-first mentality and running when you can and extending plays when you can. And so I'm certainly trying to do that.
TJ, getting him back, veteran face, familiar face. What does that mean to the group, his energy?
Yeah, it's great for the locker room. I think his value cannot be understated just in terms of what he brings from a leadership perspective. He's one of the most joyful people I've ever been around. Never seems to be having a bad day, and just comes to work with such great energy. And I think we sometimes when you're 5-7, you need a little bit of a boost, in terms of your how you might be feeling. And so we're glad that he's here and hoping that he can make an impact soon.
Given what's happened the last 2 weeks, everybody seems to be right in that same cluster. Ottawa's back in it now, and for the final playoff spot. Like, do you guys see everyone behind you, or are you still looking ahead?
Yeah, I think we have to focus on us. At the end of the day, I think this is the CFL. It's going to be tight. There's a lot of talent, a lot of parity, and we've got a tough task ahead of us on Friday. And our goal right now is to be 1-0 this week. And if we can do that, have that mentality moving forward, I think we'll be all right.